A man swallows a pill that allows him to travel through time and space. In the next second, he and his dog suddenly appear in an unknown era. As Jack carefully observes his surroundings, the owner of the house suddenly appears, startling him. The man immediately rushes towards Jack with a knife. Jack has no choice but to run away with his dog. However, the 7 minutes are up at this point. His body only feels a bit dazed and doesn't travel back to modern times. Jack finds it strange that he and his dog have stayed in this time and space. What could be the reason for not returning to his own time? Jack thinks for a moment and realizes that before the 7-minute countdown ends, he must return to the same position where he traveled through time. Otherwise, he and his dog will be stuck in the past forever. Now Jack can only find the right moment to swallow another pill. After carefully observing from outside the house, Jack successfully sneaks into the house and sits in the same spot where the time traveled. He looks at his watch. The countdown only has 30 seconds left. Unexpectedly, the owner of the house appears again. Jack wants to punch him, but his body has already started showing abnormalities. The owner of the house immediately pounces towards Jack, but directly falls to the ground. Jack hurries back to the sofa position, but his dog is far away from him. At this time, the police also arrive at the scene. Just in the last second before the gunshot, Jack travels back to his own home. However, Jack's dog is forever left in that unknown time and space. Through this experiment, Jack reaches a conclusion that he can only return to the position where the time traveled within the specified time, and he must be in contact with the things he wants to bring back. But currently, Jack has used up too many pills and doesn't have enough to bring his dog back. So, Jack has no choice but to give up on this idea. As for why Jack is conducting this experiment, it started with a few corpses. Jack is a police officer investigating several bizarre cases. According to the case records, after a married couple swallowed the magical pills, as soon as the man walked into the elevator started malfunctioning. The numbers on the display kept jumping. In the next second, the walls suddenly disappeared. A vast desert appeared in front of the man. He looked up, and the sunlight was so bright that he couldn't open his eyes. The man shouted for help in fear. After his wife took the magical pill, the surroundings started showing abnormalities. A caveman was stuck in the wall, constantly gasping for breath. The woman thought it was an illusion, but the hotel she was in had turned into a primitive forest. When the medical staff arrived, the woman had already become delirious because she was bitten by a poisonous snake. But how could there be poisonous snakes in the hotel? Looking at the time travel pill packaging on the table, Jack suddenly remembers something. After Jack returned home in the evening, driven by curiosity, Jack drank a sip of alcohol and then swallowed a time travel pill. Immediately after, Jack truly saw incredible scenes. To verify the effects of the time travel pill, Jack recorded the entire process with a video camera. As the time travel pill gradually took effect, he arrived in a world of ice and snow. A dark figure gradually approached from the distance. By the time Jack returned to the room, his entire body was already covered in frost. After multiple experiments, Jack gradually found the pattern. The place he arrives at when traveling through time and space is related to the position he is in when the drug takes effect. If he takes the time travel drug in the same place, he will travel to the same location. The duration of the drug's effect is 7 minutes. The next day, Jack found 5 more time travel pills, but there might not be any more pills after these 5. Now Jack can basically conclude that his colleague's daughter is trapped in another time and space. But what should he do to rescue his colleague's daughter? Jack needs to conduct further experiments. Subsequently, Jack takes his dog and travels through time and space again. This time, he travels to the era of black slavery. The people here clearly have great hostility towards him. The owner of the house picks up an axe and chops towards Jack.